Adventure Girls, it's Senki here, Creative Adventure Girls, and Why She Adventures. And yeah, I'm just going to take a little seat here. I just had another interview with the amazing, for the Why She Adventures interview series with the amazing Jules from Further Faster, who is one of my besties and down in Christchurch. And what came up was some really good conversation. And I want to talk a little bit more into that because for the last week and a day, I pinched my sciatic nerve and I've been like literally flat out. Like the osteo's like lying down is good, sitting up is terrible. Like what I'm doing now is terrible because it helps pinch it some more, and then so walking is okay but gentle. So yeah, like, so I've found that in over this time, just like 7 days, like I'm always out adventuring, I'm always doing stuff, and I've just noticed that I've been really struggling the last couple of days with actually all the lying down and all the inactivity and the lack of adventure. So it's like it's been really easy to get sucked into a space of like things aren't going super great right now. And just after the interview that I had with Jules, it got me to realize that I've been focusing on the stuff that hasn't been working for me. So you know, the fact that I've been lying down, that I haven't been able to go out and do adventures and all of this stuff. And because we spoke into the space of attitude of gratitude. So you know, we have a reticular activating system. So the thing that is in our forefront of our mind is the thing, if we're focusing on it, we see that. So when life is shit, sometimes we get caught up in focusing on all the other shit stuff. So it's like you see one shit thing, so then you start focusing on all the other things that are really shit in our lives. And just as equally and just as easily, we can actually flip that round and focus on the stuff that is working. And it's not to say that the stuff that's not working vanishes, but everything comes down to how we view it, the questions that we ask ourselves about that situation. It's one of Tony Robbins' big things, is he's always talking about the quality of our life is the quality of our questions. So it makes me go, well, what we're focusing on then is what we create. So it's like, yeah, I've just noticed that in the last few days I've been getting really focused on the stuff that's just not been working instead of being in a space of gratitude, because at the end of the day, the fact is that I have a pinched sciatic. That's a fact. Like, and anything else that I wrap around it is a fucking story, right? Like, my life sucks because I can't do adventures. That's a story. I make that up. Or I can say, I have an opportunity to be able to rest, which I sometimes don't do enough of, and to get some things done that I've really been wanting to get done, which require me to sit still, which I don't do a lot of. But either way, I can tell either story. And of late, the last couple of days, I've been probably telling some stories that haven't really been serving me. And that's just been creating more and more frustration about being unable to get up and do the stuff that I really want to do. So today has felt like a bit of a fresh start. I got out for a walk, 2K walk. Not super far by any means, but it was just the act of getting out and going for a walk and that sort of stuff, and just having the freedom to kind of process stuff and really kind of change the story, like choose a different story. Instead of telling myself a story of what's not working, it's like I get to choose the story. So why not tell a good one that I've been able to get some stuff done that I haven't, and that really everyone's saying it'll take about 2 weeks to heal, so I'm a week in. So let's say I've got another week of healing to do. So I just want to remind you ladies that when life feels like it's a little bit shit, it's not to say that the events won't vanish or disappear or that sort of stuff, but how we choose to look at those events and the things that are happening in our lives can make all the difference to our mental wellness and our mental health, and just being able to, I'll use the word cope with some of the stuff that's going on. So when life feels like it's a little bit shit, take a look at what is working for you. Like I said, the events are events, stuff that happens, but what we choose to put our attention and our focus onto will probably be the thing that will help us either move through it with a bit of grace and ease, as one of my good friends Deb always says, rather than being in a place of stuck frustration, anger and grrness, which isn't really going to help move through very nicely. So the situation is what it is, but if I can put a good perspective on it and make sure that I look at it like, what are the good things that come out of this? Like, what are the good things? Then I can actually start to list those rather than list all the shit stuff that's going on and that I've missed out on because I haven't been able to be as mobile. So whatever you're hearing for yourself in this, like, let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to know what comes up for you, what you notice and what you hear. And if you want to hear about a really amazing lady, Jules from Further Faster, if you want to hear her story about how she overcame quite a bad mountain bike accident, and her and I still adventure to these adventure these days together, and how she overcame that, then tune into the Why She Adventures conversation series. Gets a bit real and raw when we're having that conversation. So I just want to acknowledge her for for still getting out and doing some of the stuff that she does, even when I know when it's super challenging. So having amazing women like that in our lives, it makes a huge difference. So if life is feeling a little bit shit, ladies, take a look at what you're focusing on. If you can only list the shit stuff, like, the law of polarity is that there has to be the opposite of that as well. So there has to be some good stuff going on as well. So I can guarantee you, if you can write a list of shit stuff that's going on in your life, that if you take a really good look, you can actually list a bunch of stuff that's going really great in your life. And so make the choice to focus on the stuff that is working and the stories that support and empower you and encourage you to keep moving forward. So here's to getting better. So I know that having this pinch sciatic is going to definitely make me appreciate being well once I can get up and get moving a lot more freely. So go and focus on the stuff that's working. If you want to drop in the comments below a couple of things that you're feeling super grateful for, then I'd love to know what those are. So I'm really grateful for the amazing women that are in my life, whether they're adventurers or whether they're just girlfriends that are always there to support and encourage me no matter where I'm going in my life, and that sort of stuff. That's definitely something that I'm super grateful for right now in my life. So let me know what you're grateful for in the comments below, and if you want to join in and hear Jules' story, you can check out some deets at whysheadventures.com, and you can hear her interview, our conversation about all the stuff that she's up to, and how she overcame quite a bad mountain bike accident. So I look forward to seeing you in there, ladies, and of course here's to getting more women out doing cool shit. Ka kite.